What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We're finally checking out the Dreamcatcher Apocalypse from Us album, mini album, may I add. Very excited about this one. I absolutely loved Bon Voyage. It was a fucking antidepressant, really, of a song, and plus with all the meaning that I took from the music video, and kind of feeling bad about not actually mentioning maybe once, and I kind of doubt it, the actual meaning of the song as far as how it relates to the environment and Dreamcatcher's message as a whole, which is something that we saw in Mason, and I think that I even mentioned Mason, but I didn't actually mention too much about the environment, which, I mean, you guys came through in the comment section, of course, and, you know, there's, you can always take more than one meaning from a music video, but when the meaning itself was mentioned by GU on the latest episode of Weekly Idol, I did feel kind of stupid for not even mentioning it more than once, if at all. So in any case, the song was awesome. The music video was absolutely incredible. The fact that the music video is doing so well in terms of all of the views that it rightfully so deserves and more. And the fact that Dreamcatcher have 4 wins now, and the latest win, the 4th one, came against the likes of Enhypen and Idol and I want to say Espa, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously the 3rd win, I think they went up against Card, which kind of obviously sucks because I absolutely love Card and they have a very special place in my heart. But seeing Dreamcatcher get more and more recognition with each of the recent comebacks is absolutely incredible. So I'm very excited to get into more of Dreamcatcher. So without further ado, if you guys enjoy this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, check out the Patreon if you want to see some exclusive reactions, including some Dreamcatcher content. There isn't a lot, but the content will be mentioned in the description of this video. Some of the content includes obviously Dreamcatcher Mind, as well as some of their episodes on Weekly Idol. I believe there's 3 that I reacted to, and there's also another piece of content with Dreamcatcher that I checked out that will be available in the description. I simply do not remember the translation of the long title that was in the original video. So in any case, Apocalypse from Us by Dreamcatcher. We're starting off with the intro from Us, so let's go. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, this sounds like an anime. It's starting to sound like it. It's getting that positive spin on it for an anime opening. Damn, that was dope. Ooh. That was kind of galactical. Damn. What a beautiful intro to set us up for Bon Voyage. Holy shit. Damn, that was so euphoric. I really love the riff, and I love how it started to progress and climax towards like this anime opening kind of sound, which can be actually quite rockish, but at the same time it has like this positivity about it that I can't really explain other than saying that it sounds like an anime opening. So we did react to Bon Voyage again, so I will be skipping this song from this reaction. So again, if you want to check out my original reaction to Bon Voyage, the music video, check out the link, the playlist for Dreamcatcher, and let's move on to Demian. Oh my. You can break into my world any day. Oh, Nightmare, that's not... Oh my god. There's like this synth happening in the middle of the... What? Holy shit. Break the wall. Oh, come on. This part reminds me of modern Bring Me the Horizon, kind of. Which is inspired by Linkin Park and Mick Gordon, kind of. Holy shit. Dog is strong, she can break anyone. Damn. Oh, Xian, come on. I love how this chorus sounds a little bit experimental, or even like thinking of like baby metal a little bit. Damn, you guys told me to. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't actually recall which song you guys told me to watch out for. Was it Demian or was it Propose? But Demian, holy, there is something really, really experimental happening, which in the chorus especially, which just shows an amazing evolution for Dreamcatcher, because it doesn't matter when and where I react to them, at what point in their discography I check them out, I am always surprised by their B-sides. And I feel like the B-sides from the previous album to this one, we had songs like Fairy Tale, we had songs that were Rainy Day, for example, songs that were very, very different, but hit on a very emotional or a very inspirational level, something like, Fairy Tale, for example. Here, we're getting a song that the chorus of sounds so experimental. I'm thinking of Dreamcatcher, but I'm also thinking of like them being infused with someone like Baby Metal or someone else that does a variation of rock that has an element of almost like positivity / cuteness in it. And then the pre-chorus with Tommy was absolutely incredible. Like, I couldn't help but think of the Bring Me the Horizon album, which they collaborated with Mick Gordon on, and there was a lot of inspiration from Linkin Park as well with that album, especially a song like Teardrop, which was very reminiscent of Linkin Park in general. Other than how fucking awesome this song sounds and vocally how majestic and then how badass that pre-chorus is with Tommy, there's one question that I'm sure anyone who's listening to the song is kind of asking, especially if you don't know much about novels or about who Demian is. Now, looking at some stuff on Google, apparently somebody asked that question on a Dreamcatcher subreddit, and they were referred to Herman Hesse's novel, which is called Demian. It tells the story of a young boy named Emile Sinclair and his childhood growing up during pre-World War I. Emile struggles to find his new self, knowledge in the immoral world, and is caught between good and evil, which is represented as the light and dark realms. If that is indeed the case, then I feel like this song kind of fits very, very well in terms of like dangerous conversation, dip into motion, strongly equipped orbit. It's fine to break into your world. Some of these lyrics definitely portray like struggle, not being able to talk about things that you're afraid of because of the potential consequences, which actually does fit within today's world and today's society quite a bit too. Because usually there was like this thing back in the day, as far as me being a child, where they always told you that there's no such thing as stupid questions. And now you can basically get dealt with based on a stupid question because you are viewed as ignorant, because the internet is out there for you. And if you don't know something, you should know because the internet is out there. So don't be afraid to ask. But if you ask, you're an asshole, and how dare you? And, that kind of world that we apparently live in. So there is lyrics that talk about you're like a fantasy, the reality is tough, stay with me tonight, this is a nightmare, like the world that I'm living in. The Tommy and Sua's pre-chorus talking about being confused, being paranoid, can't trust what you feel, everything is a void. We know that most of them are trapped accidents. People are corrupt. I want to break the sophisticated egg. Is that a kind of a way of talking about like walking on eggshells? Potentially, I'm not sure. But the song does betray feelings of fear of not being able to be yourself. And kind of like being in that dilemma of going against what you feel and hurting yourself, or going with your gut and then hurting yourself because it's against everyone else's perception, and you're kind of like stuck in this dumbass dilemma where you don't know what to do, where to go. So it's almost like Dreamcatcher is like the equivalent of a figure that is going to guide you along, that they talk about, my Demian, oh Demian, you're always my Demian, listen to my voice. So it's almost like Dreamcatcher is kind of like trying to almost like let you know that it's okay to not be okay. And I'm thinking about the show now, but in essence, yeah, even if it's not the answer, don't you ever stop. Never stop trying, never stop. Break the wall, which is obviously something that Dreamcatcher, well, it was mentioned previously, and they're literally a song, Break the Wall. So from that small voice up to the cracked wall and then break the wall, like that small voice is like that little something in you that tells you that kind of like follow your instinct and follow what you need to do. Standing at the end of the world. Man, the lyrics are really, really amazing, especially if the song does have anything to do with the Demian story, the novel, which unfortunately I'm not too familiar with other than what I talked about in this video. This is how I discovered this novel. But yeah, the bridge was absolutely beautiful too. Also talking about it's time to break free, covered in blurriness, and walking through. I don't know how to pronounce the word apparently. Let's hold
Tabernacle.
Up. Tabernacle, which is in biblical use, is a fixed or movable habitation, typically of light construction. Also, there's another meaning for it. It's a meeting place for worship, used for Protestants or Latter-day Saints. I'm so sorry. English is not my first language. So it's basically a tabernacle. Sounds like barnacle or something. It's a sanctuary, a shelter, or a shrine, or a habitation place. I see you at the end of the world, on the other side of the road. Stay with me. It's like that. So it's like Dreamcatcher, or Dreamcatcher is like the voice in you that sees the light, and it's almost like, because they're singing to you that I see you at the end of the world, it means that there is a light at the end of your tunnel. You are the light at the end of your own tunnel in a way. So it's kind of like Dreamcatcher is trying to be your own voice to guide you through whatever is happening in your life, which dates back to as far as, 1919 with the Demian novel, but also in terms of everything that we go through today, and people just not knowing where to go, being confused, being in a place where they don't know how to feel, and they don't know who to ask, and they don't know how to deal with whatever is going on in their life. So I feel like they did a beautiful job of conveying all of this, and actually it makes so much more sense with like there's like this trippiness factor to the chorus, which kind of makes sense with the blurriness and walking through unknown places of unknowns, places of going through uncertainty. Like there is a little something experimental about the chorus, and like I don't know, it feels like the chorus feels like a bunch of light rays firing at you at the same time. As there's so much going on in that chorus, and it works. And I'm so fucking surprised. And I love Bon Voyage, but holy shit, Demian, goddamn. Now, I don't know, maybe the song has nothing to do with the actual novel, and if it doesn't, feel free to let me know what you think it means. In any case, let's move on to the next song, which is Propose. I'm slow dancing with Sue. Damn. Ooh.
I can't let go. I'll cast a spell. Our lives are cursed, but I can get enough. Propose just before we die. Pull you into my kiss. Call me ever. I'll show you more. I get what I want, but I can get enough. Propose with every touch. I feel
That song. Let's take it back. What the fuck? This sounds like this song sounds like it could literally be on every radio station right now. Like it has that kind of a chorus to it. It's incredibly replayable. It's so much fun. It has a certain amount of grit, but it also has a certain amount of familiarity because it sounds like something from like 2010, 12, something like that. Like there's definitely a vibe to the song, which throws me back a little bit. Let's take it back.
I can't let go. I'll cast a spell. Our lives are cursed, but I can get enough. Propose just before we die. Pull you into my kiss. Call me ever. I'll show you more. I get what I want, but I can get enough. Propose with every touch. I feel the burn. Love so kind.
Holy shit. I also imagine a movie where this plays at the end of it, where the couple pretty much is surrounded by destruction. The end of the world is coming, and they are about to kiss as the world is coming to an end, and they die with it too. And isn't that romantic? Isn't it? Fuck. Tommy throwing me for a fucking seizure. I will obey you.
Love so creepy, but it's crystal clear, so clear. My heart belongs.
Now I'm thinking of Red Velvet with Love is Trippy. Also because
Unbreakable chain. I can't let go. I'll cast a spell. Our lives are cursed, but I can get enough. Propose.
I will propose.
Before we die, pull you into my kiss. Call me evil. I'll show you more. I get what I want, but I can get enough.
I love Handog's deep voice here. It fits so fucking well. Oh,
little too, 'cause I wanna cherish you forever. I
damn.
can't let go. I love suckers, but I can get enough. Propose.
Oh my god.
Before we die, pull you into my kiss. Tell me evil, I'll show you more. I get what I want, but I can get enough. Propose. With every touch, I feel the burn. Love's of cards.
Holy fucking shit. Girls. This was like a perfect, almost like this poppy rock song that would annihilate on most charts. I can definitely see them doing a self-produced music video to Propose, to be honest. And it would be so fucking cool. And hopefully everybody's going crazy over Handong. Again, this was amazing. I just have to smile every time I hear GU's vocals. There's just, she sounds like a ray of sunshine, even though there is a level of like love is toxic, love is creepy. It's almost like before, because they could, it's almost like Propose could have been like the positive spin prequel to Because, kind of. And then Because is where, you know, you're not escaping, whether you want it or not. We're in this. I don't know what I'm talking about, but in any case, I love this song so fucking much. I will still say that Demian is my favorite so far from this album, just because of how unique that chorus is, and I love Tommy's and Sua's pre-chorus. I just imagine like two people like in a movie about the world coming to an end. You can prevent the world ending only if you fall out of love with this person, and you cannot, and love is a curse, and then they kiss as the world comes to a fucking burning end, and they burn with it, and the next scene is seeing ashes like fucking flying around. I don't know, that sounded kind of creepy, but at the same time I would watch that. Saying love is a curse but I can't get enough, it does speak to like being toxic. This is one of my favorite Dreamcatcher songs in general, not just counting this album, and it again speaks to the fact that their fucking B-side game is as strong as anyone's A-side game, and they did a phenomenal job here. This song paints an insanely vivid picture. So even though Demian is still probably my favorite song from this album, including Bon Voyage, I feel like Propose might be like other than Bon Voyage, it might be like the more commercially appealing song, if that makes any sense, because I feel like it's incredibly easy to listen to, in the sense of it's incredibly addicting. It sounds kind of familiar. The sass that the girls portray in the song, and the feelings, and whether it's like Handong's deep voice here comes through as well as it did in any other song where her voice really came through, which is kind of always, but here it just hit different. This kind of song was absolutely perfect for her, and I feel like from a perspective of which song could be the more successful B-side, I feel like it might be Propose. It just has like that level of replay value to it, and just speaking about like Spotify listeners and whatnot, I feel like that song could be one of the more popular ones when it comes to Dreamcatcher. So far, it actually does have more plays than Demian, and is the most played song from the album, and it was awesome. Let's move on to the final song from this album, which is called To You.
널 잊은 나를 바래서 널 과거에 가뒀었어 좀 늦었지만 이젠 I want you.
Ooh. What was the last song we checked out? Wait, hold up. Let's take it back. This reminds me of the last solo music video from the brother from Akmu. I'm kind of thinking of that song, which unfortunately I cannot remember the name of. And I'm also kind of thinking of a little bit of day 6?
널 잊은 나를 바래서 널 과거에 가뒀었어 좀 늦었지만 이젠 I want you
Like like there's something very almost like disorienting, which makes sense from a production standpoint with wanting to forget, so that's cool. Oh, that pre-chorus makes me think of Tommy's photo with the lipstick. The guitars make me think of Queen now. Tommy's singing voice is majestic. Just comforting. This sounds like a OST. This definitely sounds like an OST. Damn. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that flips it. Holy shit, that was beautiful. I am thinking a little bit of day 6. I am thinking a little bit about Lee Chun-hyuk. Apologies for forgetting his name, the brother from Akmu, and his song that we reacted to, his last comeback. At the same time, I feel like the song did a phenomenal job of like conveying feelings of like regret, despair, not being able to get over, which seeing as there's enough lyrics to suggest that, you know, obviously it's more on the relationship kind of side. A lot of the lyrics actually make me think of like those concept photos for the album, which almost had like this feeling of melancholia, melancholia, or feeling melancholic. Is that the word that I'm looking for? Melancholic. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. We had like those photos for the album, a bunch of concept photos of the girls like looking to the distance. There's like a feeling of uncertainty, almost like feelings that make me think of something like Requiem for a Dream by Darren Aronofsky. And there was one photo with Tommy. There was all of the photos of the girls were beautiful, and there was like two parts. One photo that was a little bit more depressing. The other photo was a little bit more positive, if I'm not mistaken. But there was one photo with Tommy, and she had like her lipstick smeared. I feel like a lot of those photos kind of fit within this song by itself. And when Tommy was singing here, like it sounds very, very like her singing voice is incredibly light and very airy, and it's so cool because her rapping voice is she's so badass and she conveys such presence. Nearly dropped my mouse, sorry, but here it just sounded so peaceful, but at the same time kind of melancholy. um I don't know how to explain it, but at the same time, the intro and outro is almost like the intro wanting to forget you, and I'm a little bit late, but I want you. And then the outro is basically, as the song continues to say, and the title of the song is To You, by the end of it, I want myself to forget you and locking you in the past. But also there's this lyric saying, your memories, you are trapped in my memories. So wanting to lock you in my past, your memories are trapped there also, which is why I cannot forget you. And now, even though it's kind of late now, even now, I want to run to you. And the lyrics overall kind of like portray those feelings of not being able to get over, a heart that doesn't seem to change, being pulled. You pull my gravity, interlocked like a magnet, unbreakable chain. Would propose, for example, and love being a curse. Here, it's almost like if the person from Propose that they were singing to was like, "Yo, you know what? That's too much for me. I'm just gonna. It's been amazing, but that's too much for me. And now this is the song that I would sing to them. That I cannot forget you." I'm kind of being funny here a little bit, but at the same time, there is an interesting uh connection between this and Propose. But at the same time, I do love how they portray all of these feelings of not being able to get over this person, and all of the metaphors that they use, and it's just absolutely beautiful. The girls did a phenomenal job conveying every single emotion and making you feel this song, much like Propose, made me think of like a movie. This song makes me think of like a K-drama, and it would be a beautiful OST for any love K-drama, anything. Honestly, this song kind of makes me even think of like the ending, spoilers, the ending of Hotel de Luna. And if that song was to play after that scene where it seems like everybody's together, but in reality, as far as I understand, it was all in his head and just imagining things, or just imagining a perfect scenario where we are all together. Um, I don't know. There is a little something there, or just even something like, again, spoilers. I'm sorry. Snowdrop and the whole ending there. I could see that song kind of fitting quite well. Not being able to forget that person, and feeling that it's so close, but yet it's so far away. As far as like the diner scene and sitting in the place where we fell in love, and now I'm all by myself because of the circumstances and everything that led to that point. Just because I want to forget you, it doesn't mean that I want to forget you because you were bad for me. I want to forget you because, you know, uh, I'm never going to experience someone like you ever again in my life, which is why I want to forget this. I want to move on. But at the moment it's impossible. I don't know. There's definitely feelings of depression and everything, but so I'm not gonna say that this is a song for the fans necessarily, because there's too many lyrics that make me think otherwise. Although, if this song kind of happened during COVID, it would actually fit quite well with that whole circumstance. And songs like Sugar's People Part 2 with IU, for example, as far as like what the situation during COVID has done to me, and wanting to feel a person again and not being able to, and wanting to run to that person, which could be the fans. But at the same time, I feel like for the most part, um the most of the lyrics to me speak more about a relationship. This album was absolutely magnificent, and I really, really enjoyed it. Damian and Propose were so fucking amazing. Demian is probably my favorite song from this album. Propose is probably one of it has like the highest, almost like this replay value to me from this album. And To You is just a beautiful OST that touches and hits you on an emotional level. And I feel like the girls did an amazing job of portraying all of these various emotions, whether it's like portraying hope and Demian, portraying sass and almost like this badass nature and in Propose, and just like this feelings of having a hold on someone, but then To You portrays a feeling of a love that has a hold on me that I cannot escape, that this person has on me that I can't let go of no matter how hard I try. So I feel like there's a really cool balance in all of these various emotions that kind of correlate one with another. Yeah, this album was incredible. Let me know what was your favorite song off of this album. To You, if this song actually ends up being like an OST for some really big time K-drama, we might actually see a music video. It may not have Dreamcatcher visually in it, but yeah, Propose is probably a self-made music video waiting to happen to me. That's like the general feeling that I'm getting from this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this reaction and if I made any sense, let me know in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See ya.